tell Ms. Council I said she's got 20 seconds.
20 seconds, sir. I'll give it a best.
I'm serious. That's my gavel tonight, y'all. I don't have one, but I will go ahead and call this December 7th, 2020 Board of Commissioners meeting to order. And the first order of business, in addition to welcoming each and every one of you tonight, we will honor God and country. And at this time, I would like to call on Commissioner Mike BOOSE to render our invocation and our Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening. If you would please stand with me for the invocation and the pledge. We thank you for another day of life. Let us not take it for granted. We ask that you strengthen us and help us to always do right by our family, friends, and neighbors. Help us to heal our community. Bring us together. Unite us. Do not divide us. Strengthen our commitment to be the positive change that is so badly needed. As has been said so many times, we must live together as brothers and sisters or perish together as fools. May your strength, wisdom, and peace guide us in all of our decisions. As we celebrate tonight, let us always be mindful of those less fortunate. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner BOOSE. And again, welcome to everyone here. We're a little bit spaced out, so we probably could have accommodated more people, it looks like. But safety first, or safety first, second, and third in this case. And again, welcome to everyone. The first thing we're going to do tonight is just take a quick look back on the things we have accomplished as a board over the past year. The county's been very busy. The county commissioners have been very busy. And there's been a lot going on in Cumberland County. So, Sally, when you're ready. And forgive us for having to turn around and look.
The COVID-19 pandemic drastically changed our lives and had an impact on county services in 2020. We gained a new appreciation for the role public health plays in our community. These health workers are frontline heroes who are operating testing sites, conducting contact tracing, and helping educate the public about the virus.
And the situation is rapidly evolving.
Since March, we had been under a state of emergency. Our emergency management officials have worked quietly behind the scenes, coordinating shipments and the distribution of supplies and equipment, assisting in establishing testing locations and food distribution sites. County operations adapted to working virtually and assisting citizens by phone and email or by scheduling one-on-one appointments. Protective barriers, social distancing markers, and signage promote the 3 W's. Wait 6 feet apart, wear face coverings, and wash your hands. Hundreds of individuals answered the call to work at our election sites to ensure we had safe in-person voting, following social distancing and other protocols. The county is helping small businesses impacted by COVID-19, with grants and allocated funding for virtual learning centers for community-based organizations. And the pandemic didn't deter the Board of Commissioners and our departments from conducting the business of the county. Some highlights include commissioners maintaining the tax rate at 79.9 cents per $100 valuation, Spectra Venue Management hiring a company to conduct a market analysis and feasibility study for a new performing arts center to replace the Crown Theater and Arena, Cumberland County's Emergency Services 911 Communications Center receiving the Emergency Fire Dispatch accreditation from the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch. The commissioners and county manager being recognized with Valor Awards for their work on the fire service funding model and the FTCC Fire and Rescue Training Center. The Board of Commissioners approving a resolution against racial injustice and creating a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee of employees from a cross-section of county departments. And towards the year's end, Cumberland County unveiled a new branding platform featuring the authentic and aspirational tagline, "Together, we can," which will be a guiding principle for the organization as we move into 2021.
Just a brief synopsis of all the things that done by Cumberland County last year. We had no idea what kind of year we were going to have when we started, but now that we've gotten through it, we feel stronger, we feel more resilient. We believe that Cumberland County's future is once again bright, as it always has been. And at this time, I just want to thank everyone, especially my fellow commissioners, for the support they've given me, and I hope that I have been able to lead this board in the direction that it's needed to go. And we've set the stage for next year. We're not out of the woods yet when it comes to fighting COVID, but we're ready to take on the challenge. And the staff has I would put the Cumberland County staff up against any staff in the state of North Carolina. And I have seen quite a few of them having served at the state level as well. So with that, I just once again appreciate the Cumberland County citizens for giving me the opportunity to serve you for actually 20 years, give or take a few. So it's been my pleasure, and I think that I have learned and I have grown as a result, and I hope that any contribution that I've made to the county has been well received. And just want to thank you all very much.
Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to be able to stand as Marshall's vice chairman. I've been his vice chairman. This is the second time that I've been his vice chairman, and we've done quite a bit, and you've done a lot in both of those terms. But you know, service is just a part of what Marshall Faircloth does. He served on our school board for many years, and then transitioned to the county commissioner, left and came back. And I tell you that we're going to miss the historical knowledge that he had, because I see the mayor here, and I'll tell you that sometimes we're debating about why we did this, and when you have the history as to why the change was made, it makes it a lot more understandable. So Marshall, we want to say, presented to W. Marshall Faircloth in recognition of outstanding service to the citizens of Cumberland County, December the 7th, 1992, to December the 2nd, 1996, from December the 1st, 2008, to December the 7th, 2020, from the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners, this December the 7th, 2020. I guess I should stand somewhere, not too close. Yeah, you want to be in. You know, I always like to get my picture now.
Leans back in front of the camera.
And Marshall, I have one more before you leave, and this is from your Board of Commissioners, And this is presented to W. Marshall Faircloth this 7th day of December 2020 in grateful appreciation of your leadership as the chairman of the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners, December the 5th, 2011 to December the 3rd, 2012, from December the 7th, 2015 to December 5th, 2016, and from December the 2nd, 2019 to December the 7th, 2020, from the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you, Vice Chairman Adams. I appreciate the hardware, and I've got plenty of room on my bragging wall still, so this will be some things will go up there. We thank you very much.
And one last thing, which is a surprise, so just watch the screen.
Stand here.
You can stand there and watch, whichever way you want to watch.
And you again, thank y'all so much, and you can see it was a lot of fun, so, and it's a lot more fun to be had, fellas. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart.
And now we will do the swearing in of our commissioners, and we're going to start with Michael C. BOOSE, who's going to be sworn in by the District Court Judge Lou Oliveira. So if his family members, whoever's going to hold the Bible with Commissioner BOOSE, oh, he here by himself tonight. You want me to come hold it for you?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Before I begin, I've known Mike for many years, both professionally but also as a friend. And I know his family can't be here, but I know that they're watching. And I know especially your mom and dad, who are not with us anymore, are watching. And so I knew them very well. They were family to me, too. So thank you for allowing me to be part of this evening again, Mike. Put your left hand on the Bible or raise your right. I don't know how you're going to do it, but best you can. And repeat after me, please. I, Michael C. BOOSE,
I, Michael C. BOOSE,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
as County Commissioner
as County Commissioner
of Cumberland County.
of Cumberland County,
So help me God.
so help me God.
If you give it to the clerk. We will have Commissioner James K. Keefe by Superior Court Judge Claire Hill.
Thank you, Jimmy and Melanie, for giving me this honor once again. And it's just such a pleasure to be here with you and just to do this for you. If you'll repeat after me, I state your name,
I, Jimmy Keefe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent with therewith,
and that I will faithfully
but I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office as County Commissioner
in my office as County Commissioner
of Cumberland County,
Cumberland County.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And to our newest member, who was just elected in this past election, Ms. TONI Stewart, who will be sworn in by Acting Chief District Court Judge Tony S. King. And have your family come right on up. Sometimes they're a little shy. You got to get them kids up. Okay.
First of all, thank you for the privilege of swearing you in. Tony and I became friends, I can say several years now, several years ago, and we have become prayer warriors together and sisters in service. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
If you will place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right. I state your name.
I, Toni Stewart,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of North Carolina,
of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and I will faithfully
and I will faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
as County Commissioner
as County Commissioner
of Cumberland County.
of Cumberland County.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. See this?
Let me be the first to say, welcome, Commissioner Stewart.
Thank you so much.
To this, I would be remiss, and I just told Commissioner Keefe that as they were sworn in, that they didn't introduce their family. So I'm going to ask first Commissioner Keefe if he would introduce his family who was here to help him get sworn in, or whoever else he wants to do that.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner Adams. I was very, very honored to have my family here today with me. Of course, my wife, Melanie, who's been my biggest advocate, biggest supporter throughout all of this. Emily, who is in her 4th induction. Emily, will you wave? She was less than 1 year old on the first one that we did, and it was great to have him here. And of course, Jonathan was here, and he's a 3-timer. And Jonathan, wave. And thank you all for coming. Thank you, Commissioner Adams.
And Commissioner Stewart, I will give you the same pleasure to be able to do that. And you don't have to just do the ones that were sitting here. I know you've got a church group here, so you can introduce who you want to.
Well, everyone here for me is my family.
All right.
So that would be Jason and Patricia, Deborah and Curtis, and my babies, Aaron, who's famous. I would be remiss if I didn't say that, in her own right. And then we have Caleb and Taylor, and then we have the right Bishop, Dr. Ernest Jones, who has stood in the place many times as my father figure, and First Lady Cynthia Jones, as well as Sheila Cuffey and Toni Morrison and Laura Hardy and Jermaine. I think that's all. I have on glasses, but I don't mean I can see. Okay, I think that's it.
Thank you. And I'd like to take this opportunity to ask the mayor and members of the city council to stand up, because I know I saw Mayor Colvin, I saw Councilwoman Shaquilla Ingram, Councilman Chris Davis, and Councilman Wright. And I'd like to recognize Senator Deviere, who is here. All right. And if I miss anybody, it's because I'm like Commissioner Stewart. I can't see with these glasses, y'all, so far back. So we'll go from there. Oh, I forgot my judges. Oh, Lord, now I won't go to court tomorrow if I don't do that. So we've seen Acting Chief District Court Judge Tony King, Judge Oliveira. We've got Judge Sala Mack, and we've got Judge Tiffany Whitfield, and, of course, Superior Court Judge Claire Hill. Thank you all for coming. We will now move to the election of officers, so I will call for a motion to elect the new chairman and the vice chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Just a motion to do that, and then I'll go to the chair and the vice chair.
Make a motion to elect the chair and the vice chair.
Is there a second? It's been moved that we elect the chair and the vice chair. All of those in favor?
I can't hear.
All of those in favor of that motion? The motion was just to do the election of the chair and the vice chair. Okay, all those in favor?
Unanimous.
All right. Now we will have nominations for chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Keefe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to nominate a person that I believe has the experience and skill to work together with our board to accomplish great things. We share an equal passion for the county and our community, and although we have not always agreed with each other, I have admired his courage to speak out and speak up. What convinced me that he was ready for this position was he was committed to build a team to move this county forward. It takes a lot of courage to be that person who knows when they are supposed to run to the fire instead of seeking shelter in a safe space and allowing others to lead. I have witnessed his courage and, more importantly, his humbleness that he has shown to others, and both of these are attributes in a great leader. Many times there has been a focus on how different we are and how we approach issues, but little consideration is given to how similar we are. We both served in the military, we both began our political elected positions with the city of Fayetteville, and we've both worked together as county commissioners for over 10 years. I am convinced that he is the right person for this position, and this is the right time. And I actually asked to nominate him. So, Mr. Chair, I would like to put in a nomination Commissioner Charles Evans for chair.
All right. Commissioner Council.
I'd like to nominate our present vice chair, Mr. Glenn Adams.
Thank you. All right, we will call for the vote. All of those for Commissioner Evans?
Voting in favor for Commissioner Evans is Commissioner Keefe, Commissioner BOOSE, Commissioner Stewart, and Commissioner Evans.
All right. So that will be Commissioner Evans as chair.
Good evening. At this time, I would like to take nominations for vice chairman. And I would like to start the nomination process. In the spirit of bipartisanship, I would like to nominate Commissioner Jimmy Keefe as the vice chairman of the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners. Commissioner Keefe is a military veteran, a local business owner, former city council member, and a commissioner who is passionate about Cumberland County and the citizens we represent and work for. That is my nomination. As for a second.
Second. And Mr. Chairman.
I think you got Ms. Council that wanted to make one.
Glenn said he got you. Glenn said he got a nomination. Glenn said you have a nomination.
I just nominated him. Oh, sorry. I'd like to nominate Mr. Glenn Adams as vice chair of the board.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any more nominations? nominations closed. I'll say it, 2 names. Ms. White. All in favor of Commissioner KEEFE?
Voting for Commissioner KEEFE as Vice Chair, Commissioner Evans, Commissioner BOOSE, and Commissioner KEEFE.
All in favor of Commissioner Adams?
Voting in favor of Commissioner Adams as Vice Chair, Commissioner Stewart, Commissioner Lancaster, Commissioner Council, and Commissioner Adams.
Congratulations, Commissioner Adams.
I'll bring it all down to you.
Before I begin my remarks, I would like to call on the 3 recently elected county commissioners so they can speak. Commissioner Michael BOOSE.
I love the short meeting. Glad to be here. Thank you for your support.
Commissioner Jimmy KEEFE.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's a pleasure to be elected again by the citizens to serve the citizens of Cumberland County, and I look forward to working with everyone.
Commissioner TONI Stewart.
Guess I'll take up some of their time. Before Robert Greenleaf coined the phrase servant leadership in 1970, there was a man named William L. Johnson. He didn't coin many phrases that I would openly say here tonight, but he demonstrated to me what a true servant leader is. William L. Johnson was a county commissioner in Greene County, Alabama, up until a few years before his death in 2018. After I eulogized his funeral, there were many people who approached me to discuss not what he did in the community at large, but what he did for them personally or for individuals that they knew in the community. Whether it was someone who was burned out of their home, a single mother who needed groceries, a widow who needed assistance, or solely funding a volunteer fire station he served. William Johnson saw the entire community as an individual. In his serving individuals, from the greatest of them, as some would say, or to the least of them that others would walk away, that I learned not politics, but what it truly means to serve others from William Johnson, my grandfather. I'm honored and grateful that God put my name on the mouths and minds of 42,890 individuals so that I could have the opportunity to serve over 300,000. As I strive to be the best servant leader that I can be, I am obligated to serve and lead with compassion, empathy, transparency, and integrity. Thank you to all of those who have traveled this journey with me, and may we all see our community as individuals assisting each one in making Cumberland County the best that it can be. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Stewart. Good evening. I am honored and humbled by the confidence exhibited in its selecting me to represent the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners as its chairman. First, I want to thank Marshall Faircloth for his many years of service to Cumberland County. I also wish to congratulate Commissioner Michael BOOSE and Commissioner Jimmy KEEFE, as well as our newest commissioner, Dr. TONI Stewart, on your installation to office this evening. I am looking forward to working with my 6 fellow commissioners and our staff for the betterment of Cumberland County and its citizens. For those of you who know me well, know that I believe in the power of people and that people are the power behind any achievement that we as elected officials are able to accomplish. I understand and recognize that none of my goals or our collective efforts can be achieved without the hard work of our staff and manager. If I appear a little taller this evening, It is because I am standing on the shoulders of the giants who paved the way for me. First and foremost, I owe a debt to my parents, William and Queen Evans, that I can never repay. They never stopped believing in me. Other giants that lifted me were Mr. and Mrs. Scipio Burton, Attorney Sylvia X. Allen, Senator John T. Henley, Representative Mary McAllister, former school board member Helen Ferrier, community activist Christina Sessom Smith, Geraldine B. Myers, Lois Moses, and Miss Betty Pringle. And also Mrs. Ferrier is sitting here with us this evening. Former school board member. Stop it. I sometimes wonder where I would be if they had not believed in the promise that they saw in me. Like many of us, much of my story is about chances and choices. As a young man, I chose to join the United States Army and serve this country. After I left service, I made choices that were not in the best interest of my family or myself. These choices led me down a path of personal trials that I would not wish on anyone. I found myself addicted to drugs, homeless, and on a path of personal destruction. I blame only myself for these poor choices, but I am thankful every day for my God who never abandoned me and my family and friends. Given the opportunity, I would not change my past. These trials are what brought me here to this moment, to this purpose. We must never underestimate the power of prayer, the love of family, and the encouragement of friends in each of our lives. Just as I made some bad choices in my life, I am blessed enough to have made some good choices that created the opportunity for me to be here before you this evening. I would be remiss if I did not mention Deborah Miles, Sherry Levy, and Betty Crawford, my sisters, for sharing that one-of-a-kind sibling unconditional love. And tonight I have with me my brother-in-law, Daniel Crawford, and my sister, Betty Crawford. If they would stand. Through thoughtful prayer and the kindness of friends, I have been able to recognize that I have been blessed to be a blessing to others. My passion for people is my passion for service and my passion for life. I believe communities can also change and grow to be better. Communities can sometimes make bad choices also. However, I believe that bad choices need not be permanent and that it is okay to be wrong, but it's not okay to stay wrong. As commissioners, we have the honor to lead this county on a path of a better future for all our citizens. As we prepare to go into a new year, we will move forward with the lessons that we have learned over the last couple of years. We will continue moving forward and capitalizing on new opportunities. We will see the many projects that are in the pipeline finished and confront the issues that lie ahead. As chairman, my commitment to the board and the citizens is that I will support programs that will help lift people, help boost local small businesses, help students in public, private, charter, and home schools, and ensure that our tax dollars are used responsibly, transparently, and with good stewardship. As many of you know, I have been an advocate for the homeless in our community, and I want to establish a plan to identify and assist the homeless in our community with a one-stop center designed to help members of our homeless community locate and access resources throughout Cumberland County. We can do this with commitment, courage, and compassion. It is time to discontinue services and programs that are not successful and invest the hard-earned tax money of our citizens and community in programs that have measurable outcomes that improve the lives of all our citizens. We will continue to support clean and healthy water in the Grays Creek area, as well as throughout Cumberland County. We will continue to encourage the development and construction of a performing arts center in Cumberland County. I am excited that during this next year, we will be well on our way to completing a new 911 and emergency operations center and a state-of-the-art fire and rescue training center in partnership with FTCC that will be one of the finest in the state. In addition to these projects, I commit to work tirelessly with the city of Fayetteville, the towns of Hope Mills, Spring Lake, Linden, Eastover, Wade, Godwin, Falcon, and Stedman, and our legislative delegation to ensure that our collective voices are heard and that they impact the decisions that impact our lives. Another of my priorities to enhance communication and transparency will do that by reestablishing the facilities, finance, and policy committees and live stream those meetings for our citizens to watch. I will support programs that achieve positive results with people, communities, businesses, and government services. As chairman and an elected official, I have the honor, duty, and responsibility to represent everyone equally, regardless of their gender, their race, their religious preference, their sexual orientation, education level, or anything else that makes us different. Also, as chairman, I believe it's my responsibility to bring unity to a board that sole purpose is to work together. The most important lesson we have learned from the pandemic and the protests that have taken place this year is that we really are all in this together. These events were completely beyond our control, but the fundamental mission of county government is to promote and protect the health, education, and welfare of our citizens. We are called to work together to achieve the best results for our citizens. Good communication between and among all of us as board members and with the members of the municipal boards throughout the county will unite and strengthen us. I ask each of my fellow commissioners and each of the municipal board members to join me in that effort, for we really are all in this together. As I prepare to close, I want to thank my God who has carried, comforted, and protected and guided me along this journey. I also want to personally thank the residents of Cumberland County for their support, the family and friends who stood by me, and the Cumberland County Commissioners. Together, we will continue to keep our county as a beautiful, progressive, and safe place to live. A place where boards and commission members work in unity so everyone can be proud to call Cumberland County home. I believe it's time to serve with compassion. I believe it's time for unity. I believe it's time to work together for a better tomorrow for all our citizens here in Cumberland County. I believe each person should be treated with the utmost dignity and respect. I believe the time is now. Thank you.
Item number 5, Mr. Chairman, is the approval of the agenda.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Unanimous.
Item number 6 is your consent agenda.
Madam Manager, is there anything to be removed for the consent agenda?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Move we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
That is unanimous.
At this time, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here to celebrate with us this evening. And may God continue to bless each and every one of you. And to our newest commissioner, again, welcome. And to the commissioners that were re-elected, thank you for your continued service. God bless you and good night.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. I'm rushing. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Unanimous.
Now, good night.